This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right, and I'm going to jump down to verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000. I'm the brother Dama Gabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right. And as I started this lesson with Ecclesiastes 10, right now the earth is in the hands of an unwise king, which is Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. All right. All right. And right now, we're definitely living in the time of, the kingdoms getting ready to be translated from one people to another. All right. And this is why we're hastening the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, who is that profitable one, who is going to come and make war and to judge these nations, to judge these heathens, to break, to break the scepter of the rulers of this age and of this time, which is the so-called white man. And he's going to establish his righteousness and his throne and his kingdom, which is not going to destroy. Whereas there's not going to be any unrighteous dealings, no injuries, no riches gotten by deceit. All right. The earth is going to flourish. The people of the earth are going to be in better standings. All right. They're not going to be corrupted. They're not going to be destroyed. Not going to be, poisoned. They're not going to be have fluoride in their water, heavy chemicals in the air. They're not going to be dumbed down. They're not going to be, intentionally, from the time they come out of the womb, destroyed with jump shots and heavy metals and, all of these different agents that are basically destroying the cognitive ability and the minds and the well-being of the people. And that's what we see taking place right now as we speak under the rulership of this unwise king, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, and the taker of peace from the earth, man. And this devil is literally destroying every goddamn thing, and he's destroying the earth. I was going to do a lesson. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, or when the spirit jumps on me, of how right now we're living in a time to where all of the bees are literally at a critical point of all being destroyed. And I was reading about how it just has a vast effect on everything, on ecosystems, on the people, on plants, on food, on everything. And it's all being done under the rule, under this unwise king, the damn devil Esau Edom, man. All right. And here it is. He knows the value, how valuable and how important bees are to this ecosystem. But like the scriptures say, he's the harbinger of death, man. He's the beast, man. All right. He's just a destroyer and a corrupter, and he's the cursed people. And he's ultimately destroying this earth, and everything is out of whack, man. And ultimately what he needs to be is destroyed. He needs to be put in chains, put in shackles, and taken out of authority on this planet earth. And when Yahweh Shai comes back and crack those clouds, he's coming to do just that. All right. And what prompted this lesson was this article that I got from the People Voice saying, study finds that people are getting dumber. All right. And not only are people getting dumber, they're getting more wicked. They're getting more evil. A lot of people are filled with shit, filled with that spider juice, filled with a lot of unnatural things that are causing these people basically to become unhinged, unstable, and these people are just, ultimately destroyed by this unwise king and this wicked, nasty, degenerate rulership. All right. And this is why, hey, man, there just needs to be a new rulership and new the kingdom of our Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. That's ultimately what needs to happen. We need Yahweh Shai to come back and to destroy this whole way of life, man, this whole vibration of this rulership of this earth, of these times, of all of this technology, the smartphones, the technology, all of this bullshit, and the dumbing down and the destroying of the people, and basically just the rulership of the so-called white man needs to be ended, man, because we can see the end result of it, and it's very destructive, and it's very it's oh man, it's too much, man. All right, so let's read some of this article, and Lord willing, you can be edified, man. Babe, but this is the fact: the people are literally getting dumber. The people are getting more wicked. The people are becoming more vile. They're becoming more lewd. Like the scriptures say, the love of many is waxing cold. There's just it's just no love in this society. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound like somebody we know, but it's just the truth, man. Hey, the people are not right, man. Hey, the souls of these people are not right. And like the scriptures say, as the ruler of the city, so are the people. A lot of these people are being turned over into the spirit of Satan and wickedness and demonic, man. And like I said, in these technology, these smartphones, all of this, shit that is, being presented as the times, the sign, the times that we're in. Hey, man, it's doing more damage than it's doing good. So let's read some of this article. All right. It says, and remember, all this shit that you see happening is all being done intentionally by these elites, because they don't want people that can critically think. They don't want smart people. They don't want people who can think for themselves, people who are highly intelligent, people who can put two and two together. They want people to be dumbed down and slow and stupid, and basically just a bunch of people that can be told what to do and how, and what to think and not how to think. Just a bunch of controllable beasts, man. And this is all part of his agenda. It says human intellectual abilities like reasoning and problem solving are reportedly diminishing. And this is not happening by coincidence. It's being done intentionally, as you're going to see. It says, according to the Financial Times, human intelligence appeared to peak in the early 2010s and has been in decline ever since. Like I said, through the fluoride in the water, through the GMO foods, through the poisoning of the air, through the water. Remember, these devils had this agenda a very long time ago, going back to the Rockefellers, through the AMA, the American Medical Association, through the food, through the diets, through the chemicals in the water, through the highly processed foods. All of this shit plays a role in the dumbing down of the people. And like I said, there's plenty of quotes of these elites and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and these so-called, Illuminati, if you want to call them, this has always been their agenda and their plan to totally, warp and corrupt, society and the people so that they can be more easily controlled, so they can be dumbed down and just, be just a bunch of damn copper tops, It says the report claims that the shift from reading to consuming video content may be responsible for the decline. And that's a part of it too. It says the FT cited PISA, an international benchmarking test for 15-year-olds that includes reading, mathematics, and science, and adult cognitive evaluations. Because why? These things are not at the forefront of how they want the people, these things are not at the forefront of society, man. Like I said, everything is about, everybody is dumbed down. Everybody's staring at their phone. Everybody is getting all of their information and content from technology. People don't sit down and read anymore. People rely on, AI and Google and, technology to write their school papers. Now you don't have to physically read anything. You can just, have it read to you by technology, and it's really, dumbing the people down. I remember back in the day, it's even affecting us. I remember back in the day, I remember every phone number of everybody that I knew, but now try to do that shit. Try to remember even 3 phone numbers, 5 phone numbers that are in your contacts by memory. You'll have a very hard time doing that, because it's kind of like, it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. And, people are not reading. People are not, relying on their own mental capacity and writing things down and reading physically. Everything now is being done through technology. There's a shortcut for everything, that when it comes to getting information. People don't go to the libraries anymore to research and to get information. Now they just type it in the computer and it's right there in front of you, and it's having more of a dumbing down effect, than you really realize. And that's why we need Yahweh Shai to come back, so everything can go back into the old paths and into the good ways. Everything can go back to everything being hands on. Not all. Of course, we'll have technology in the kingdom, but it's not going to be how it is now, man. Our technology in the kingdom to come is not going to make the people more stupid, make the people less, make them more useless, make them, how people are today. Everything is going to be for the benefit of, for the benefit of mankind. It's not going to destroy them or corrupt them or, dumb them down like things do now. It says the report trend comes amid a rise in artificial intelligence, you see, which by some estimates may surpass human IQ in a matter of years. And this is why they're telling you in the future, AI is going to take over, all of the jobs and basically the basic duties that the average person does. Because for one, you people are going to be deemed useless. You people are going to be too stupid to do particular things, and they're going to use their artificial intelligence and AI to do the things that people would usually do. So therefore, there's not going to be a need for all 7 or 8 billion of you people here on the planet Earth, man. There's going to be a great culling that these elites are trying to establish, and they're going to use AI and artificial intelligence, to do the things that the everyday person would usually do. So, hey, man, and this is why they're going to deem a lot of you people useless eaters. You're going to be too dumb to be useful in this society, man. And hey, they're just going to have to slowly get rid of a lot of you, and only keep a few of you, just for, whatever menial things they need you to do. And I'm going to show you that, right? It says the recorded spike in the share of high school students who reported difficulties in PISA tests coincides with a broad change in people's relationship with information, such as the transition away from reading and towards visual content. The publication explained, like I said earlier, people don't read anymore. People just, they can, what do they call those things? Those, what they call, I forget what they call, but like the audio books and shit like that, people don't write things down anymore. Now, if you got to write something, you'll write it on a computer. You'll type it in your phone. You got notes, you'll type it in your phone. But I'm kind of old school. Like, even when, I'm saying that I'm better or I'm not being affected by some of this shit, but like, when I want to go to the grocery store, I don't type it in my phone. I'll actually literally write it down on a piece of paper. When I go and work out at the gym, I literally write my workouts down, by hand on paper. I don't like putting it in my phone to where I can just get it and scroll it. I feel like when I write it down, it's just better. I'm having more of a actual physical, relationship with the information that I'm writing and the things that I'm going to do instead of putting it on my phone. It's less artificial. It seems, less real when you're doing it like that, and this is why a lot of these kids are doing horrible. A lot of these kids are getting stupid. A lot of these kids can't read at, their actual grade level because they're too dependent and they're too, linked to this technology and artificial intelligence, and it's too much screen time and YouTube and tablets and phones, and we're all guilty of this bullshit. But remember, these things are being done intentionally by these elites because they want a dumbed down, numbed, simple-minded society, a population of people who can't think, It says, while active, intentional use of digital technologies can often be beneficial, right? But the benefit is very, very small. People has become too dependent, to where it's causing, serious deficiencies in people. It says being passively exposed to infinite content on social media, coupled with frequent context switching, has been shown to negatively impact attention span, memory, and self-regulation. And this is what this technology was intended to do. This is what the television was intended to do, to give you the attention span of a damn goldfish, to put you in this trance, to subconsciously destroy you. It's all being weaponized against each and every one of us, whether you want to realize it or not. You see? And this is all being done by the goddamn devil. All right, these technologies were invented to do just that, and now these devils are really seeing the fruits of their rewards, and the effect it's having upon these people. So everybody here is through, man, and this is why, hey, man, where let me get this, man. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14 in the NOT. It says, "Soon all of you captives will be released." All right, well, who will be captive under this so-called white man, Esau, Edom? This system, this technology, the dumbing down, the GMO foods, the heavy metals in the air, the chemtrails, the technology, and everything else that this weaponized system, this devil is using against all of us. It says, "Soon all of you captives will be released. Imprisonment, starvation, and death will not be your fate." And this is ultimately for the elect. You see? But right now, as of right now, hey, we're all enslaved inside of this society, inside this world, inside of this technology, inside of everything that this devil has us subjected to. But that's why we're hastening for the return of Yahweh Shai to come back to free us from this slavery, to free us from this captivity, to free us from the bonds and the wickedness that this devil is, the war this devil is raging on our minds, our spirit, our souls, our thoughts, our bodies, all this shit, man. All right. But for the elect, man, hey, and eventually the whole world, man. Hey, we're all going to be eventually freed from the clutches of this damn devil, Esau, Edom, and his and all of this bullshit. It says the documented decline in reading among Americans reportedly comes alongside a decrease in numeracy and other forms of problem solving in most countries. Right now, people rely on AI to solve their problems, or they rely on other people to solve their problems, or people just so damn dumb they just be like, "Well, shit, I don't know," and just go along with their day. It says human intellectual capabilities such as critical thinking have also been impacted by generative AI. According to recent research by Microsoft and Carnegie Mellon University, outsourcing thoughts to AI leaves people's mind atrophied and unprepared, you see? And this is what this fucking technology was all created to do. Like I said, yeah, it has benefits, but ultimately it was created to do more damage than it was to do good. And these devils knew exactly what they were doing when they created this technology, man. They knew that eventually they were going to have phones inside of everybody's hands. It was all orchestrated and it was all planned, man. Let's read that again. It says, outsourcing thoughts to AI leaves people's mind atrophied and unprepared. Let's look up this word. It says, having lost effectiveness or vigor. It's kind of like if you stop using it, you lose it. And right, the word is atrophied. It says wasted away or rudimentary, having lost effectiveness or vigor due to underuse or neglect. So people's brains are becoming atrophied, they're becoming useless. They're becoming less effective. And now this is why these devils are getting ready to replace you people with artificial intelligence, man. These devils are making it to where you're going to be a thing of the past. And ultimately, in order for you to be able to compete with AI in the future, they're going to tell you, take a Elon Musk brain chip, take one of these microchips, come to Esau with his science and his technology and his miracles, and he can make you be up to speed, You can catch up to AI. You can be just as smart as AI. Allow us to, put this chip in you, to put this Elon Musk brain chip so you can compete with AI and do things and do all these miracles and eventually live forever. It's all part of this devil's agenda, man, to merge man with machine and ultimately to bring in this new world order, man. It's all satanic and it's all wicked and it's all been orchestrated by these elites, man. It says, atrophied and unprepared, which can lead to the deterioration of cognitive faculties that ought to be preserved. Companies and governments have poured billions into AI research, focusing on areas such as machine learning, natural language processing, and automation. This is why they're going to tell you in the future that doctors are going to be computers. AI is going to be the doctors, the scientists, all these things that take higher levels of intelligence is no longer going to be for you humans. It's going to be for AI. But like I said, hey, they'll promise to give you a boost in brain energy and intellect. They can cure your what you're lacking cognitively, but you're going to have to come to Esau, and to worship him and his AI as gods, and they could soup you up, they could change you, they could do all this and do that. But really, hey man, you should never trust in that shit anyway. Hey, but the elect and the Israelites, we're gonna get that from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai in the twinkling of an eye when we're changed, like it tells you in 2 Corinthians the 15th chapter, man. But Esau is going to try to promise you that with his technology and with his AI. Look how smart AI is. We invented that. We can cure you. We can heal you of your stupidity, of your lack of cognitive abilities. We can take you from a 90 IQ to 200 IQ. Just let us put this Elon Musk brain chip in you. And that's what Musk has been promising you people. You see, so you can see how this shit is all linked together, man. It says tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI have introduced increasingly sophisticated models such as ChatGPT and Gemini capable of performing complex cognitive tasks. You see, so just let, you people are too damn dumb. Just let AI think for you. You see, now when people got problems, now you just go to AI and you ask it and it gives you answer. You see, they're slowly turning Chat GPT and AI into a god, man, that eventually you're going to have to come to, and a lot of people are going to worship it and bow down to it and look at it as it is God itself and forget about the true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. It says AI could become smarter than humans in the next 3 years. Tech billionaire Elon Musk warned in December, shortly after his AI company XAI launched its first image generative model, Aurora. You see? So you see where things are going, man. Like I said, all this shit is being done intentionally. And look at this. Bill Gates says Bill Gates believes only these 3 jobs will survive AI taking over your workplaces. You see? You see, as you people are getting more dumber and more stupid and more addicted to this technology and being dumbed down, hey, they have, your replacements, man. All right. And then pretty soon they're going to deem all you too goddamn stupid to do anything. That's why. And Trump is on part of this, too. That's why he's trying to say, oh, we got to get rid of all these DEI hires. We need people that are intelligent, people that know what they're doing. And they're going to just eventually replace you all with AI and then give you a universal basic income, make you slaves to this new digital beast system to where you're going to have to eventually take that MOTB, the mark of the beast, that micro chip, and you're going to have to take an Elon Musk brain chip in order to try to even the playing field so you can somewhat catch up to AI. But by that time, it'll be far too late and you'll be enslaved inside of this new beast system, man. It says, in case you somehow have missed the latest technological advancements, the increasing prevalence of artificial intelligence has gotten some workers feeling a bit nervous. And while it might not exactly be like the dystopian future seen in popular sci-fi films, it could still be a less than ideal situation for us mere mortals as AI advances, at least according to billionaire Bill Gates. You see, and they're going to come with the problem. They're going to come with the solution to that problem. As AI takes over and you people become more dumb, they're going to, allow you to merge yourself with machine. You're going to be able to, take an Elon brain chip. We can make you smarter. We could, we can do this. We can do that. We can help you to live forever. We can, we can cure what ails you. Man, it's all wickedness and it's all bullshit, man. It says the tech model has reportedly warned that many jobs will simply become obsolete as the technology becomes more ingrained in society. Bill Gates has pretty confident that there are 3 jobs which AI will keep its hands off. Wonderful for them, but at least there are interesting reasons as to why their jobs aren't under threat like the rest of us. Let me see. It says, while AI can generate code, at this point, it is far from perfect. People will need to be able to monitor it, fix mistakes as bugs, as well as design even more advanced systems. So we have AI needing people to build and monitor more AI, kind of a poetic in a way. Yeah. But the point being is that, hey, they're about to get rid of all you motherfuckers. And they're going to use this technology, to fill in where you people are too damn stupid to operate, So, hey, man, as you people are getting dumber and dumber, hey, AI is getting smarter and smarter, and you people are becoming more and more obsolete, man. And it's, all part of the agenda of these damn devils, man. So you Jakes better wake the hell up, man. This is Psalms 52 and 1 in the NLT. It says, why do you boast about your crimes, great warrior? Don't you realize God's justice continues forever? All day long you plot destruction. Your tongue cuts like a sharp razor. You're an expert at telling lies. You love evil more than good and lies more than the truth. Salah. You love to destroy others with your words, you liar. But the Most High will strike you down once and for all. He will pull you from your home and uproot you from the land of the living. Selah. You see? And this is where our prayer and our hope is in, is that the Most High is going to come and really checks this devil and gets him out of power before all flesh becomes destroyed, man, because that's the path that he has civilization on. It's pure destruction, man. And if Yahushua doesn't come back to stop this devil, like it tells you, hey, no flesh will be saved. He'll destroy everybody and even himself and then the whole damn planet. Like I said, he's already destroying all the damn bees, and certain bees are on the endangered species list, and certain bees are designed to only pollinate certain flowers and plants, man. And some of those are completely dead, how many other animals in the ecosystems rely on the bees doing what they're supposed to do, but this devil is destroying all the bees with all these different frequencies, all of his, destroying, ecosystems where the bees would, usually habitate, and we can go on and on, man. This man is just pure wicked, man, and the damn devil, man. And if you're not praying for Yahweh Shai to come back to destroy this devil, then hey, you're a part of the problem, man. All right, because if you don't see nothing wrong with what this devil is doing and the trajectory that he has, the civilization and these people on, and you don't want there to be something done about it, you don't think he needs to be stopped or destroyed, then hey, you're just as much of a demon as he is, man. It says the righteous will see it and be amazed. They will laugh and say, look what happens to the mighty warriors who did not trust in the Most High. And that's why Esau moves the way that he does, because his faith and his trust is not in the Most High. He thinks he is the God with his technology. Now he's using his AI, how he governs the earth, just the way that he moves is totally not in the trust and the favor and the wisdom knowledge of the true creator, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that's why, hey, we're hastening the return of Yahweh Shai to come to destroy this devil. And we're going to clap, we're going to cheer, we're going to sing, we're going to dance, and the whole earth is going to rejoice when this devil is finally destroyed and broken. All right. It says they trust their wealth instead and grow more and more bold in their wickedness. But I am like an olive tree thriving in the house of the Most High. I will always trust in the Most High's unfailing love. And that's the elect, man. And that's where our faith is totally in. That Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to make good on everything that he has prophesied against this devil and everything that he has prophesied to establish once Yahweh Shai returns. All right. It says, I will praise you forever, O power, for what you have done. Right. When Esau goes down, scriptures tell you that we're going to rejoice, holy prophets, and rejoice, holy prophets, and the men of the Lord when he finally destroys Babylon the Great. We're going to sing and dance and break forth into singing, and we're going to praise the Lord. And guess what? All you heathen nations are going to praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai after his work is done on these devils and on this age, man. It says, I will trust in your good name in the presence of your faithful people. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the spirit of me to do this lesson. All right, Lord willing, you were edified. Until the next one, shalom.